G'day again, John Down and Tuning here in Melbourne, Australia. It's time for the vinyl tag once again, 2023 edition, put out by Rob Walker. And yeah, he's got 20 questions, and it's been tons of people putting these in already, so yeah, I better jump on board and get one done as well. Yeah, some good questions in there. And the first one is to show a new 2022 purchase. I'll show two. I'll show an Australian, pardon me, the latest one from Black Cab, Rotzler's Rules, and yeah, brilliant. Yeah, well, I won't spoil too much of what Ben had, but Ben Rankin's also had this as one of his, and for good reason. Yeah, I couldn't not show it, so I'm definitely going to put it in. But yeah, they're Aussie, what would you call electronic Euro, sort of a bit of a darker, colder sound, and it's utterly brilliant. Just one of those ones you sort of just chill out on and have a few beers or something to have a listen to. But yeah, that's the first one to show, is Rotzler's Rules from Black Cat. And the second one is a new artist I just picked up probably 2 weeks ago. And this is the Danish lass. Oh, how does she pronounce it? Myrkur, Myrkur. And yeah, she's Danish. And sort of, I think that means, well, something to do with darkness or something like that. But yeah, this is a very appropriate. Yeah, this is the EP, or Mausoleum, which came out in 2016. Yeah, she's singing live in an actual mausoleum with backing singers and stuff. She's got an absolutely stunning, operatic, angelic type voice, and she's got a darker side as well. So it's really, we've got about 4 of her albums. And yeah, stunning. Yeah, I'm glad to pick her up. Yeah, I found out I was watching those Amoeba Records, What's in My Bag ones. They're from years ago. And the guys from Ride were on it. And somebody picked her. And when they played the sound just in the background, they played a little snippet. And I went, whoa, what's that? So I checked it. And actually, she's on that as well. She does a What's in My Bag as well. So if you want to know what she's like and what she's into, look that up on YouTube on that Amoeba Records, What's in My Bag. So that's a new one for me this year is Myrkur. What's next? Last band seen live. Well, it's quite rare for me to go and see a concert, or me and Mrs. D actually, though she's seen more concerts than I have. And yeah, Sisters of Mercy. Yeah, they were at the Forum Theatre here in Melbourne, start of November. And yeah, Eldritch and the boys put on a fantastic show. Really enjoyed it. So that's the last concert I went to. Question 3. The first LP was the best. I've got to go for a CD, because this is only out on CD. They've never had a vinyl, and that's Dark Sanctuary. This is 1999. It's called Royaume Melancholique, if I know my French. But yeah, they're they're a goth, dark wave, cold wave band. Yeah, and this was their first one. They had the singer called Marquise Ermia. She's a stunning voice, like Myrkur is actually. She's got that sort of sound as well. And Arc Day had this really beautiful, heavy piano playing, rather like another artist I adored, Diamanda Galas. She sounds like that too on the piano. But yeah, that was the first, and this is the first thing I ever bought on eBay. I had to get an eBay account because this was it was somewhere in Sweden had them, and that was the only place I could get it way back when. So that's September 2001. That came via eBay, and I've still got it. And yeah, one of their earlier ones that isn't it's just an EP. That was called Funeral Cry. This is what I found randomly at a second-hand CD shop in about the year 2000, something like that, maybe 2001. And yeah, this is Funeral Cry. It's quite a rare one. It's they only made 500, and they're worth about 80 to 100 bucks each. I remember paying $5 for this. Yeah, that was probably pre-Discog, so nobody probably knew the true value of some of these CDs. So that's the one where their album was, because Marquis Ermia left after the first record, and they're good, but they're not as good. So yeah, Funeral Cry, Dark Sanctuary, that's their best. First album was their best. Show a hat trick. All right. Where are we? I will show the Shantuzis, which is a pun on the word chanteuse. That's why they're called Shantuzis. So there's the vinyl. This is their self-titled from 87. And we've got a CD of it, and one of, I think, only 2 or 3 music cassettes that I've got, but I've got the actual cassette from that. So there's 3, and I'll give you another half a point. I've got the videos from that album, the 4 music videos they put out, which Kiss and Tell, Want to Be Up, He's Gonna Step on You Again, and Witch Queen. So there's 4 formats of one album. One that starts and ends with the same letter. I thought Ben might pinch this, but he didn't, thank goodness. I'll start with a Gangajang. This is starts with a G, ends in a G. Self-titled, 1985 roughly. Yeah, the killer track on this is Sounds of Then, or brackets This Is Australia, which is one of those classic Aussie tracks that sum up Australia so brilliantly. So yeah, Gangajang. And I'll also put in a single, because I found one that's got not only the band have first and last letter the same, but the song is first and last letter the same. And that's the 7-inch single from Straight Jacket Fitz, and it is called Sparkle That Shines. So you've got S, S, S and S all the same, and that's, these are Kiwi band, and they're on, the classic label Flying Nun. So Straight Jacket Fitz, Sparkle That Shines. An artist that had the same birth year as you. When I looked it up, the closest I could find, I don't have any of her stuff, but Sam Brown, she had that song Stop back in the 80s, I think it was. That was probably all I can think of it. She's one day out from me, but she wasn't, I don't have any of her stuff. So I'm going to put in this one, who is another British lass. And the lead singer of Curve is Toni Holiday. And wow, she's gorgeous. And what a brilliant sound they had too. And this is a later, this is the only one I got on vinyl. I've got all this stuff on CD, but not vinyl. But that, the album Cuckoo and Curve, and Toni Holiday has the same, born in the same year. Most listened to in 2022? God, I wouldn't have a clue. So I can't really answer that, because I sort of have random stuff. Mrs. D was here. She could probably put stuff on. She does Spotify, which I don't do, so they can obviously track what you listen to and stuff. But I don't. It's either play a song or play it in the car. And so the most listened. Go to the next question, which is most listened to artist. Well, that's because of the car, because I got quite a few of the CDs in the car, and that's this woman, Maria Callas. Not a well-known singer, probably in the VC. I don't think many people know of her, but she was that classic opera singer. 50s, mainly in her 40s and 50s, she was in her prime. She was hugely popular in the 60s, of course, and then just off she went. Died young, of course. And there's they put one out for Record Store Day this year. And they were a bit lazy, because like 2014 they had remastered, and that's exactly the same cover and everything. So that was a bit lazy from Warner Brothers, but she's the one I would listen to the most, because of the what I listen to in the car mainly. What's next? We have got an Aussie artisan band. I'll go for something a bit left field, because most people show modern. I'll show some old stuff. And Bobby and Laurie. They were a duo in the 60s. This is 65, 66 here on the Go label, self-titled one. They're just something that we sort of listened to as kids and sort of remember it from the time. Their second album, which is a hilarious name, that's Hitchhiker, which is one of their probably most well-known songs. And look at that, it's called the Come Sun Ambulance. So if you're dyslexic, that's going to get you in trouble. So that's, look at that, an early Albert label, even though it's Parlophone, but I think they were Albert. Just 60s sort of croonery, sort of rock a bit. Really good. And they had an absolutely brilliant track. They fizzled out. The third album's really hard to find. Oh God, I think it's called Exposiac or something, and it's really hard. It's minimum probably 175, 200 if you can find it. So they only had those 3 albums, and then they had a song in 1970. This is probably their best song, called Through the Eyes of Love. That's on the Fable Fable label. I don't think this is an album track. I'm pretty sure it's only one 7-inch single. That's all you could get. So that's a really good song. If you ever want to listen to what they sounded like, have a listen to that. So it's Bobby and Laurie, and this is Through the Eyes of Love. Surprising purchase of 2022. I'm going to lose a few points here, but who cares? This is a Boney M collection. Yes, Boney M. And this came from Japan. It's beautiful condition, and I paid 99 cents for it because I was buying some Maria Callas stuff, and nobody has bid on this for some strange reason. But, yep, for 99 cents, why not? American, so it's about $1.20 Australian, I think. So, yeah, good assortment of their tracks and music, and, yeah, it's well worth a listen, just quietly. Right, an artist or band you're complete. Well, Kate Bush is complete, so but I'll save showing her. I'll have to go for this one because I didn't have any Aussies I could think of that had enough. Like I was trying to find something with about 5. There's a couple of obvious ones I'm missing in some of them, but I'll go for Roxy Music, and I'll go for this. This is just I've only got all the studio albums. There's a couple of live ones I don't have yet, but. Yeah, so the first one, that's, what year is this, 1972? And then in 73, they had Stranded. 74, is it? I think this is 74. Oh, no, this is 73 as well. For Your Pleasure with that's Amanda Leah. And, a gorgeous looking, what's that, a Puma by the looks, black Puma there. Fantastic photo. And the rather alluring cover on Country Life from, where are we, 74 here. Yeah, we are 74 now. Yeah, most of mine are on the Island, the Island label. And then we've got another one from 74, Siren, and that's a very seductive Jerry Hall there. That's on, I've got an Atco one for that. And then they went a little bit disco-y, and some people didn't like it, but I really like the sound. I don't mind it at all. And that's 78 Manifesto, and Polydor. Flesh and Blood. Where are we with this? 1980. This is one of the ones that I've got a new copy of. And their last of their standard studio albums was, of course, Avalon, and that's the 1982. That's the first music cassette I ever bought. I remember at the time. I don't have it now, but that's the first one I remember buying back in the day when I first got my radio cassette player. So that was Avalon from 1982. Where are we at? Run of 3 LPs. We'll take Kate out of it again. And I'll go for The Church. And let's get the Blurred Crusade. Yeah, from Australia, of course. And what's these? Yeah, Parlophone EMI they were on. Yeah, you could pick any, but the only one I haven't got of Skins and Heart on Australian cover. I've got the European one with the fallen statue, but the one we've got here is it's like a blue and red heart. I've got it on CD with that cover, but not the actual vinyl. But yeah, Almost With You, When You Were Mine. Yeah, Don't Look Back. Just For You. Yeah, really good. They've just got a fantastic sound. Absolutely love them. They should be far more popular than they are. And yeah, Ben just showed this the other day when he was picking what artist an album suits a certain person. He nicely picked this one, Seance, which was their next album. Oh God, what year? 83. Once again on Parlophone. And yeah, they're just sound. They always sound good. There's just something about The Church that probably Kilby's voice and the guitars and that. They're not in your face. They just know how to put a song together. So that's the Seance, and then obviously the Paisley induced Heyday. That's the third of the trilogy. Yeah, that's on Parlophone again. Yeah, already yesterday. Columbus. Oh, the fantastic Tantalise. What a song. Yeah, leads off track side 2. Absolutely brilliant. So they're the 3 in a row that I'll pick is The Church. A 1980s soundtrack. Right, this is one of these other random Japanese ones that I've found, and this is a movie from 1982 apparently called Storm Riders. And it's got it's a blue. Yeah, it's on EMI from Japan. It's a blue label or blue vinyl. Sorry, and it's got a whole stack of Aussie artists on it. Split Enz, Hard Act to Follow. You got Moving Pictures. Life Speeds Up from The Church. Local Andor General. That's the very early Models. There's even some Aussie Crawl on there, which is the only ones I've got. You got Hit and Run, Jojo Zepp, and even Cool Change from Little River Bands. That's the only one I'm going to get some of that into my collection. But yeah, that's a movie. I've never seen it. I've never seen but apparently it's a really highly regarded movie of surfing or surf culture or something. So. Storm Riders from 1982. Who died in 2022? Oh yeah, there were quite a few. I think one of the sort of bigger ones. A couple that I don't have any of this stuff from. Olivia Newton-John. We used to have stacks of her records, but somehow they disappeared. Probably, thank goodness. But Judith Durrell from The Seekers. This is the one out of Dad's collection. Yeah, she died this year. And a couple of less well-known ones, I'll put in Margaret Ehrlich. This was her safety, and this is her biggest album. And yeah, the main song was Escaping. What's this, 88, 89? Yeah, she died this year. She was a New Zealand lady who came over to Australia. And she was younger than me, so it's a bit sad, but that's Margaret Ehrlich died this year. And another one probably not many people will know about is a woman called Wendy DeWaal. And she was with Globos. And that's actually their entire 2 records. That's all they put out. And she did the Tintarella da Luna, which is an Italian. Yeah, Mrs. D, I don't know what it all means, but something to do with the moon. That's all I know. So that's what our cat's called, is Luna. So that's her there, Wendy DeWaal. And she was with... Mark Trevorrow, who was his stage name was Bob Down. Bob Down. He's a sort of a very camp sort of TV personality. But yeah, this is what they were doing early in their career. But yeah, she died this year, Wendy DeWaal. And Ben also mentioned this bloke, but yeah, sad loss. And that's Chris Bailey from the Saints. So yeah, he passed away this year as well. So there's a few that I've got that. Yeah, are no longer with us. Oh, and one more. Geez, I've picked a few. Yeah, the guy out of this band, Masters Apprentices, Glenn Wheatley. Of course, famously went on to manage our Johnny Farnham, amongst others. But he was in a band, the Masters Apprentices, and he's also one that passed away this year. Disappointing purchase. Yeah, this is the Barking Spiders live 1983, and I'm like, okay. At the time, we were at a record fair very early last year. I think it was January, when we were just starting to open up again. And of course, one of the thing had a lot of Aussie stuff, and there's a bit of a feeding frenzy going on. So we're just grabbing stuff, and without really going through it, because the prices were fantastic. And also, I sort of thought, who's the Barking Spiders? I knew them from somewhere, and because it's supposed to have this little obie, and it would have said, Jimmy Barnes or Cold Chisel down the side, but it hasn't got that. It's just that, and I sort of had a quick look. I thought, I think it was 15 or 20 bucks. I'm like, yeah, bugger it, I'll grab it. I got home and I went, oh, hang on, that's Barnesy. But this is actually pretty good. Like, I just can't stand his voice, but yeah, when they rock, they know how to rock. So the Chisels, this is an AKA of Cold Chisel. It was a live performance. So, sort of disappointing, but I'll give him respect. He was pretty good, so I'm still going to keep it. A non-vinyl purchase. I'll do a book, of course. If few people are doing. No, Ben had a fantastic choice. I love that. But I'll do New Zealand. This book on one of the best books on New Zealand music is Stranded in Paradise by John Dix. This is the first version, 1988, and you just got a ton of history from the even 50s, 40s, 50s, 60s, right through to the mid-ish, late-ish 80s. It's quite a hard one to find, so if you do see it, it'd be well worth grabbing, especially the hardcover. The hardcover goes for hundreds from what I've seen, but this is the first edition. Then it was updated in 2005, and that's what that one looks like. And once again, you got tons of info on bands, pictures, whatnot, and this one's got a lot of the charts at the back, if I can find them. Yeah, well indexed. It's really, really good book. I mean, a lot of people now can probably just go to Wikipedia or something and find stuff out, but yeah, back in the good old days, the actual books had the information that you needed. So, Stranded in Paradise on New Zealand Music from John Dix. The old we always have fun with this word, a grail. In the terms of what it sort of means, I'll have to say yes to this one, because this is one of the two Diamandas that I've been trying to get for years on vinyl. I've got them on CD, of course, but just have not found vinyl. And this is Malediction and Prayer. It's a double album from 1998 from the utterly stunning Diamanda. And beautiful broody pictures. Yeah, it's only got the thing, so I've kept that, but there she is there. So the piano, this has been pretty hard to get, because vinyl was not easy to get in the 90s. Definitely not in. I had to go to America to get this one, and I think she'd gone off mute by then. Yeah, but Malediction Prayer, fairly basic. But this has been on my want list for years, and I'm pretty sure I was never going to get one in Australia, and had to go to America, but it came just after Christmas, so thank goodness that was a one to tick off. And the only one I've got left that I need is this one, which is The Sporting Life with John Paul Jones, which was roughly 95, I think. But all the Led Zepp fans, of course, have to have it just for him, so it makes it even harder, because I know a guy here locally that's got it, and he's got it for the Zepp, not for her. But I definitely want to find that on vinyl. Right, what do we got? Next one, a space theme. I'll be fairly lazy with this one. I'll put Space Race from My Sex. That was the song as well. A little alien running around like crazy in the city there. So My Sex, Space Race. This is 1980, I think. This came out, and there he is on the label as well. Some VCLT. Thanks to Tommy. Tommy's Vinyl Nord. He sent this early last year, and this is a woman called Kaiser Vala, and she's quite good. So thanks so much for that, Tommy. And I've got to send you something back. Once I can find something that I think you'll like, you'll definitely get something in return. And the last one is Showa 73 LP. Ben had chosen the one I was going to choose, but good on him. He got in first. But I'll show this one, the La-Di-Das. And Rock and Roll Sandwich is, this is on EMI. La-Di-Das, they are hard bluesy sounding, very guitar heavy, I suppose. Yeah, Kevin Borich, he's the main guy out of it, who ended up doing, he had quite a few bands, Kevin Borich Express, what was the other one? He had a couple of others as well, but they were from New Zealand coming over to Australia again. But that's from 1973. Fantastic cover. The early stuff they've got from the 60s is really hard to find. I'm trying to get OGs. This is an original. But they're very tough to find. And usually when you get them, they're trashed. There's something wrong with them. So I'm still waiting. But this is the only one of theirs I've got on vinyl that's original. So we're done. Yep, we're done. Thanks again, Rob, for putting it together. And for everybody who watched, thanks so much. And I'll catch you later.